academics. Let's all come back into the room, please. How about seats? Did we enjoy our first session? Let's give a hand.
Yeah.
You didn't know what the grade was before, you sure do know it now. Okay. We're now getting ready to prepare for our second session, which is on academics. Moderating the session is the social purpose strategic initiatives at Georgia State University. This lady is a professor of computer science and a strong advocate of STEM education. She is a proud third generation alumnus of Prairie View A&M University, where she served as Miss Prairie View 1992. Miss Prairie View 1992. She still got it going on. She goes for the MS and a PhD in computer science from the University of Alabama. She is a published researcher and held several academic and administrative appointments in over 20 plus years in higher education. She is married to an award-winning author and historian, Dr. Maurice Paulson, historian and associate professor at Georgia State University. And they have one child, 10-year-old scholar, William. Our moderator, we're still working on one families. Our moderator for this session on academics is Dr. Cynthia Lester Paulson. Let's give her a hand. Dr. Cynthia Lester Paulson. Miss Prairie View 1992. Our moderator. Are you feeling that?
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Well, actually, it's good afternoon. Good afternoon. So I think we're waiting for one more panelist to come in. So while we wait for our additional panelists to come in, I am going to introduce our panelists for the morning, who I have the honor of sharing the stage with, and getting to know just a little bit about while we were onboarding. Dr. Pamela Ogunami serves as the Dean of Prairie View's Roy G. Berry College of Engineering. The college, of course, is one of the top producers of Black engineers in the nation. The college is made up of 6 departments: chemical engineering, civil engineering, computer science, electrical and computer engineering, engineering technology, and mechanical engineering. It also offers a total of 9 bachelor's degrees, 4 master's, and a doctorate degree. The MS in engineering degree provides the option for concentrated study in either chemical, civil, environmental, or mechanical engineering. The College of Engineering maintains the perfect balance between classroom theory and research application. Our dean states that whether you are coming to us as an engineering student, faculty member, staff member, research, or scientist, we promise your journey will be exciting, challenging, and a wonderful springboard to careers. Let us welcome the Dean of Prairie View's Roy G. Berry College of Engineering. Additionally, sharing the stage is Dr. Gerald Souza, who serves as the Dean of the College of Agricultural, Food, and Natural Resources. The college offers courses that encourage students to have a well-rounded degree plan that includes hands-on experience, whether in the food lab, the meat lab, or on the farm. Students engage in different skill sets that best suit their career path. Students journey through their studies of animals, food and soil sciences, environmental resources, and business practices to immerse themselves in the world of agriculture. Students who major in human nutrition and foods will acquire the skill sets for careers in dietetics, nutrition, or health professions in graduate and professional studies. Let us welcome the Dean of the College of Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resources, Dr. Nassau. And so at this time, we have a series of questions, and we're also going to leave some time to ask questions. So I'm going to take my seat and we'll get started. I think this is on. All right, so the first question really kind of deals with vision and mission. So, of course, we launched the strategic plan in 2023-2026 with 3 strategic areas to improve student performance, expand research and research funding, and increase student enrollment. Please share with us at least one initiative that your college has implemented in any one of these strategic areas.
Let's start. Well, in the College of Engineering, we've been focused on student performance for the last 5 years. And some of the things that we've been doing is we've been increasing the activity in our Chevron Supported Student Success Center. As of this year, we have about 500 students per week who participate in the Success Center. And some of the things that are done at that center is we have tutoring, we have supplemental instructions, we have a mentoring program. We also offer a series of lectures from outside or from our corporate partners, as well as a lecture series. It's a distinguished alumni lecture series that our students participating in. So the biggest thing that we've done is we've increased the activities in our Student Success Center. In addition to that, we've supported our student organizations. As you all may know, we have the largest NASB organization in the nation, 200 students in that particular organization. And they won the award for being the most active NASB organization in the nation last year. We've increased our mentoring programs. We have a professional development course that's required for all of our freshman level course students. And in that professional development course, we make sure that our students are exposed to our corporate partners to ensure that they understand engineering and the expectations that they have once they obtain the degree and pursue the career. So we're doing quite a number of things in the College of Engineering to push student success and improve student performance.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for the introduction, Dr. Lester. It's truly a pleasure and honor to be here. My name again is Gerard D'Souza. I have the pleasure and the privilege of being the Dean of the College of Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resources at Prairie View University. I just completed 6 years at college. So I want to focus a little bit on enrollment. That was one of the 3 initiatives. And so when I just got to Prairie View, one of the goals that I set for college was to double in 5, to double every metric, including student enrollment, because I discovered that there was so much offered in college. And over the few years that I've been there, never has agriculture and food become as important to society as it is now. So food in many ways is health, and food is medicine. And what's made this even clearer is pandemics, like COVID, and also the fact that 7 out of 10 of the leading causes of death are diet-related. So we started out with a strategic plan, and again, the broad goal was to double it to 5. So about 6 years ago, we had roughly 350 students. I'm pleased to say that that number has gone up steadily. We're now at 450 students, and growing, but also the quality of students has improved tremendously. So we very intentionally went about figuring out how can we grow our enrollment in terms of quantity, but also the quality of students. So we used a multifaceted portfolio approach, whereby we hired more faculty. We worked with the provost office to develop new academic programs. We grew our scholarships, thanks to USDA, who generously provided us with a lot of scholarship money. Many of our students who are eligible are able to get these very prestigious USDA 1890 scholarships. Matter of fact, the criteria are so high that not every student who applies gets these scholarships. I'm very pleased to say that by virtue of our land grant mission, we work closely with the other colleges at Prairie PVAMU University. So students who get these scholarships not only come from ag, they come from engineering, they come from College of Business. And I'm very pleased to share the stage here with my fellow dean, because we are the 2 foundation colleges of Prairie. A and M, right here, A and M. So at the end of the day, this focus on enrollment has been very intentional. We have had programs like our own student ambassadors. We work with alumni in very impactful ways to help us with the recruitment, particularly those who are ag teachers in the greater Houston area. We are the only land-grant college in the greater Houston area. And I take great pride in the fact that we, as a land-grant institution, not only serve the needs of students on campus, but also communities, youth, families, small businesses, and much more. So our ag teachers in the greater Houston area are able to help us develop this pipeline of students in high school ag programs on the Prairie PVAMU. College of Ag, Food and Natural Resources. So we hope that the numbers will continue to grow. In the next 5 years, I'd like to see the number grow to at least 8 or 900 students. We certainly going to be able to have.
Thank you. So kind of speaking about enrollment growth, can you tell us if there are new academic programs or majors being considered for development in your colleges? And if there are, what do you think the implications of that would be?
I'll start. So as far as enrollment growth in the College of Engineering, we've grown by 5.6% in terms of enrollment. Enrollment in the College of Engineering is somewhat complex, because one of our goals was to increase our numbers of graduation rates. So as we increase those graduation rates, of which we graduated about 90 chemical engineers, and we graduate over 250 engineers per year. And as we have these issues with housing and freshmen coming in, well, you'll see the numbers drop. But this year, we've significantly increased those numbers by 5.6%, as well as we've introduced new programs. One new program we introduced is the Master's in Data Science. In the Computer Science Department, we've introduced new concentrations of data science and cybersecurity. We've introduced new courses that are taught by corporate partners. We have 5 new courses that are signed with companies like Abbott, Avanade, Accenture, teaching courses, and our students are really engaged in those courses. We have a gamut of new courses in machine learning and artificial intelligence. We're ensuring that our students are able to compete and the courses are relevant to industry.
Thank you. Before Dr. Susan answers that question, I want to welcome to the stage Ms. Kimberly Gordon, who serves as the Assistant Dean of the College of Business. Ms. Gordon, welcome. The College of Business provides comprehensive business education to a diverse student population. It encourages an integrated approach to instruction. And of course, we all know that it offers undergraduate degrees in business administration, MBA, and a number of graduate degree programs such as the Master of Science in Accounting, the Master of Business Administration Executive MBA, and a doctorate program, the DBA. So again, we want to welcome Ms. Gordon to our panel session this morning. All right, so we're kind of talking about program growth and new programs that might be considered or majors that might be developed. So, Dr. Susan, can you share with us any academic programs in your area that might be considered in the next, let's just say, 3 to 5 years, and Ms. Gordon, you can kind of chime in and say.
Yeah, this is one of those things where we take great pride in the fact that we've grown from a very traditional agricultural college focusing on things like agronomy, soil, and animals, to look at additional kinds of majors. For example, we have a very important impactful program in pre-veterinary medicine. That's one of our signature programs, and we take great pride in the fact that Indiana University is the #1 HBCU in terms of sending pre-vet students to vet schools across the country. We have roughly 70 students in veterinary programs over the past 10 years or so. This past year, we sent 10 students into veterinary schools nationwide. And the reason why this is important is because vet school is very difficult to get to. Only 2% of students who apply to vet schools, Texas A&M, STD, and some of the other universities that we have a partnership with. So when we talk about supporting students, and President LeGrand really set the stage very well in terms of how can alumni help us grow our program and help students thrive. So when students come to me asking for application fees to help them with applications to vet school, each application costs roughly $250. So they have to apply to more than one vet school. So typically I'm able to provide them with a little bit of help to apply to vet school. But that unrestricted type of support we should have helping students succeed. So pre-vet is one of our signature programs. Another one is nutrition. This is an accredited program. So again, on the stage here earlier today, they talked about the importance of food, the importance of nutrition security, and those are things that we do in the college very well, and that's a growing program. We also have an agribusiness management program that is growing on leaps and bounds. And finally, this past year, we introduced a new area of specialization in natural resources and environmental sciences because of the recognition that climate is changing in many different ways. Climate extremes are growing. In that respect, Texas and the Bahamas have a lot in common because we have some great opportunities. We're at the crossroads of trade and development and growth and prosperity, but we also face a lot of common threats. That includes climate extremes, either too much rain, not enough rain, and a host of other kinds of situations. So we're trying to create leaders in the natural resource and environmental science areas. This past year, we got 2 new master's programs approved, one in nutrition sciences. We're going to start this fall, 2025, for the very first cohort. The second one in natural resource and environmental sciences. In only the second year, we've doubled the number of students in master's degree in this area. So that's an area that I really want to explore with the Bahamas, because this is a good pipeline to send your students over to Brady University to pursue one of these 2 master's degrees or the other degrees that we have across the university. And finally, not only are we set to launch these new traditional degree programs, we're looking at degrees at the intersection of disciplines, because students increasingly want this cross-training to be prepared to solve problems that will be important in the future. One such program is called Atlantis. Think about it. It's the intersection of agriculture, nutrition, and athletics. And the creator of this program is in the room. She's the only one here with a cowgirl hat. Who is the director of my communications unit. And so this is going to be a very impactful program. We don't have a formal degree program in this. This is our hands-on working with the Division of Athletics at University. And President Grant talked about the importance of football and athletics. So performance of the field, in the classroom, at home, in the workplace depends upon working. And so that is a very important part of our performance, whether it's athletes or students or professionals. So we believe that knowledge of nutrition is very important to how well we do in our productivity and health and more. So this is just one example of programs at the intersection of disciplines that we're going to launch.
Ms. Gordon, you want to chime in here?
Sure, since I'm seated between the A and the M. So I'm sitting on the product of the College of Engineering building with the College of Agriculture. For the opportunity, so I say this to say that all paths eventually lead to business. So in the College of Business, we are looking at ways to meet the demand of our students as well as our constituency. We have 5 different undergraduate majors in the College of Business. We've had those for a number of years, and we continue to evolve with that. One of our new programs is an energy trade program. We sit in the energy trade, all of those things, oil, gas, energy related in Houston, Texas. And our students didn't always have an opportunity to think differently about what they could do with their careers. So it's a 2-year process. We were able to complete an energy trading program. It is specifically designed for 3 different iterations. The first is for our finance students and business students, and then we're going after engineering students. There is a critical thinking element to all things business. When you're clicking on those QR codes, those apps, everybody wants your data. And we have to teach our students how to analyze the data, because that's what we do in business. And that is a cross-collaborative effort. That also includes psychology majors. When you think about the decisions that you're making, wealth management, we have a minor in personal financial planning in the College of Business. We're the only HBCU approved CFP board certified program in the state of Texas that has this type of program. We're talking about managing wealth from generation to generation, from people who come from low income areas. How do you manage wealth once you have it? So we have a big push in those areas. A few years ago, everybody was obsessed with the supply chain because you were not getting your Amazon Prime Day deliveries on time. We are planning, we already have a minor in supply chain management. We're hoping to make that major within the next 2 to 5 years. In the midst of the pandemic, we did start our first doctoral program in the College of Business that is a Doctor of Business Administration. We are 3 years in, our first cohort. I'm pleased to say we'll be graduating this August, so in just a few weeks. So if you look at what we're doing in the college as it will fit in with the upcoming strategic plan, we're trying to serve the needs of our students, we're trying to serve the needs of our community and the companies that we serve, because we want our students to leave Prairie View University with as little debt as possible. So we have a Master of Science in Accounting, where for the students that meet the criteria that are outlined, they're not paying anything for our MS in Accounting program if they meet the criteria. So that is something that we will have available for the next 5 years. So we want them to be employed, or we want them to employ others. We have a Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship to address those needs. We have a lot of entrepreneurs already on campus. Our students are doing things. So when we look at where we're headed, those are some of the programs that we're looking at. Leave the university employed with as little debt as possible, employ others, or start your own thing. Or or grad school. So our MBA program does that as well, and our MS in accounting for our current accounting students, they can seamlessly transition into that program. So we have a lot of exciting things happening.
Thank you. I think this is a great segue into my next question for you three. So, as the landscape of higher education and the job market continues to change, how is your college ensuring the relevance and quality of its curriculum and its degrees?
Well, I'll be glad to start this round. So, relevance is one of the most important things when we decide which direction we're going to go with the curriculum. So in addition to our former students, so-called alumni, who serve on an advisory board at the Atlantis College, we also work actively with our industry partners, agribusiness sector and beyond, to help us determine what their needs are in the workplace. We also work with government agencies because they are a major employer for our students to determine what is going to be relevant going forward. And together with feedback that we get from employers, from alumni, this is what helps us with the relevance in our degree programs. So one of the things that we got from our industry partners is that in addition to graduating students with undergraduate degrees and master's degrees, there's also a lot of demand for students with PhD degrees. So I'm pleased to announce that we just got approval, I found out yesterday, for a brand new PhD in food, energy, water, security, and sustainability. So, as it turns out, Ag is one of only two colleges without a PhD program accredited in the university. So both agriculture and architecture within the next couple of years will have a PhD program. Well, I can't speak for architecture, they aren't here, but agriculture certainly is going to have this PhD degree to train and create leaders who are going to be at the forefront of addressing the food, energy, water, health, security nexus in the coming years.
In the following years, we make sure that our curriculum is developed by as well as corporate partners. We also work with the state, we look at the needs of the state. For example, the state is really in advanced manufacturing. So we are developing curriculum around that. Similar countries, we're developing curriculum around that. We also work directly with corporate partners. Some of the corporate partners that we're working directly with is Apple. We're developing the next generation chips, the next generation Apples with Apple cell phones. We are working with Microsoft, Google, a Google residence professor who's teaching in our computer science department. We also, as I said earlier, we have 6 courses that are taught by our corporate partners to ensure that our students are getting relevant information. In addition to that, in college engineering, we have outstanding cutting-edge research centers. The latest, we are the first agency ever to have a national transportation research center. And in that center, of course, the things that we're doing are extremely cutting edge. We also have one of the top artificial intelligence machine learning laboratories for the Air Force. We recently, last week, we just won another $8 million to continue research in there. So we are doing cutting edge things in our research centers, which we have our students working and conducting research there to ensure that they are on the cutting edge of evaluation. And I must say that our students are highly sought after. We cannot graduate them fast enough for industry, as well as that they get PhDs for electrical engineering. Stellar graduates in our PhD electrical engineering program. As a matter of fact, our graduates from our PhD program, we have 2. They didn't attend MIT, they teach at MIT. That's just to let you know how good our artificial intelligence is. And I'll stop. sure that this is your time. The College of Engineering Credit was of the top 5 research HBCUs. We were voted #1 by best colleges, and I do think we deserve that accolade. With that being said, I'll pass it over to you.
In the College of Business, we have an unusual charter in that we are looking for faculty who have terminal degrees and are academically qualified to teach, and then they're also professionally qualified. What do I mean by that? So that means there's a practitioner that we can have in the classroom. Better to teach federal income tax than someone from the IRS. They actually stay in their job and teach the class for us. We did a collaboration this spring semester with HPE, and what we were able to do was to help small businesses in the area who had a technology need that was going to change the way that they did business or help them do business. That project was assigned to a class. That's what they worked on for the semester. They made their recommendations. They also worked with HPE. They also worked with mentors, professional mentors, in order to kind of get that off the ground. This is a part of our normal process as we also look at our curriculum. Every 2 to 3 years, it goes under curriculum review to find out exactly what the needs of the market are and what are we doing that has an impact on our students, and our accrediting body affirms that as well. So when we look at going out and trying to figure out, well, where are our students lagging, we do have continuous loops that we examine for that. We also have a Dean's Advisory Board, and those are kind of our eyes and ears in the community. They know enough about us to speak on our behalf. They are honest enough to tell us where we may need to shore some things up, and those are things that we take seriously as it relates to student preparedness. And then there are also opportunities for us to learn about things that we don't know about. In addition to a degree, if we're finding that the marketplace demands certifications, our students are getting those certifications. So what we do in the college is to make sure that the students have the resources that they need, whether that be training to get those certifications, or we have that certification in place, and one of our faculty is one that's going to lead that effort in a grant that they received from the organization or something else that we've done in order to make that happen for our students.
Thank you. So, Dr. Elon, you mentioned artificial intelligence. So let's kind of switch gears a little bit. So I have to admit, when I was in graduate school and I was taking courses in AI, I probably never thought that it would evolve to what it is now. But this is a conversation that is happening all over, right? Especially in higher education. So I kind of want to ask you all, what is your college doing in terms of integrating AI into the curriculum, or how does your college plan to implement AI into the pedagogy or even the student experience?
Well, I'll start with being in the area some focus on AI. So again, you heard me say earlier that we have another center that was recently funded by the Department of Defense, $8 million center. But there's a reason why they funded us, because we didn't do stellar work. We applied to the AI game back in 2015. We received $6 million from the Air Force Research Laboratory. We were able to establish the top of the line faculty, as well as students in developing curriculum models. We were called just 2 days ago in Washington, D.C., Department of Defense, to conduct new research and advising in AI.
Food and drink tasting.
We are the absolute leaders among HBCUs in this space. We're developing the ChatGPT platform,
snacks and bottled water,
or Nassau.
soda, but it goes to Fort Monty, Rum Cake Factory, Queen's Staircase, this place,
We're developing quantum
Distillery, Bay Street,
algorithms for artificial intelligence.
these other
Again,
things.
quantum engineering, you're very much advanced in that space. We're also developing AI algorithms to do the next news to Mars. As many of you know, the light is very
It's about 3 hours.
and NASA's had issues losing their vehicles in those deep holes. So we're developing avenues in this space. So that's just the surface of what we're doing. We've expanded our work to the juvenile justice department. We're working with our College of Juvenile Justice, looking at biasing justice and avenues. We're working with the agriculture, looking at using AI in terms of looking at farms and plants, working with the Public Health Division, looking at the impact of AI on health. And we're also working with the College of Business in terms of looking at using, we have several proposals and contracts working with business to use data analytics. So we're very much spread out throughout the university, and our students are highly engaged in this space.
I've been to several meetings this year, and everyone's talking about what we're going to do about AI when it comes. It's always here. We are playing catch up. Our students are using it, our faculty are using it. So what we have to focus on is teaching them how to use it. We're talking about coding. We have a program on campus of a lot of people that were just hired, and some of the things that we would normally teach, they've already developed a program with video and AI that's going to do that for us. So then how do we harness that? Then how do we ensure that that is going to be effective? Not just for our students, but how are we training them to use it when they leave the campus? So the number of groups, we have a grant from, we're at the end of the grant for the Department of Homeland Security, working with the College of Juvenile Justice for crisis informatics, which is emergency management crisis informatics. If you've ever been stuck in a storm without power, and you can figure out how to get in contact with someone, how to get in contact with the right people. We brought in folks from California to talk about how they handle disaster recovery, from Washington to understand how they handle disaster recovery when it comes to an emergency, and how to use all of that information, and AI is part of that. So as it relates to our curriculum, it also changes the nature of our curriculum. So what we're teaching our management information system students, as well as our MBA students, all of those things end up integrated into what we're teaching, and then going back to have an opportunity for our faculty to actually go back and learn how to use these things more effectively, and how to hire people that can help us with our student learning and preparation for AI. It's here, it's already here, it's coming. You can say it's coming, people are using it, you're using it right now. You know, somebody has their little IA chat recording this right now. So there are a lot of things that we're doing to kind of stay up on everything that's happening as it relates to AI.
Yeah, that's terrific, and I share the enthusiasm of my colleagues in terms of really embracing artificial intelligence and its potential. As with any other technology or tool, it certainly has drawbacks. And I think back to when I was a student in college and calculators came out. The Texas Instrument calculators. That's all that. And what's it going to do to humanity? We're not going to be able to utilize our brain power to do some basic math. We got through that, and the internet, and mainframe computers, microcomputers. Now we have artificial intelligence. So, from my perspective, the planet has roughly 6.7 billion people on the Earth today. In about 20 to 30 years, we're going to have some 9 billion people. Without food, none of the other stuff is really going to matter. Because if you think about it, we started out the day with food. Yesterday with food, we're going to continue to have food. We've got to make sure we're all food secure. And so for the 9 billion people to feed them, we need the best and the brightest people armed with the best tools out there. So artificial intelligence gives us the ability to do things like precision nutrition for humans. The reason I mentioned this is one of my nutrition faculty just got a NIH, National Institute of Health, a very prestigious agency grant, working with an engineer to use artificial intelligence for precision nutrition in underserved communities. So think about the huge potential of something like this. We can go to the pharmacy and fill a prescription. Alternatively, we can have nutritionists design diets to meet our body needs based on genetics, environmental conditions, predisposition to cancer, and other diseases. So this is called precision nutrition. So we're launching this in some of the inner city neighborhoods that Chancellor Sharp talked about today. And along the line, just to piggyback on that idea, because you mentioned Healthy South Texas. So in turn, he and President Ruth at the time got us going with the Healthy Houston initiative, which is now called Wellness in Houston. And it's grown to be a very successful program involving 4 colleges at Prairie University. Ag is the leader through our extension service, college business, juvenile justice, and nursing. And we're going to broaden this to other colleges at Prairie. So the idea is to take wellness and nutrition, information, education, and healthcare interventions into the inner city Houston communities to promote wellness. And this is also an idea that I think will be great in the Bahamas. Think about this. We have Healthy Houston, which is our signature program. We couldn't use it because of copyright. There was another Healthy Houston, another nonprofit. We changed it to Wellness in Houston. I did a quick search. There is Healthy Bahamas already. It's some kind of initiative here. But think about wellness in the Bahamas. There's no such program here. But this is a copy and paste, that we have to work with you folks on in terms of making or taking some of the education practices, including artificial intelligence, those kind of tools, and applying it into neighborhoods that need it the most. So bottom line is artificial intelligence can be useful on Earth, but it can also be useful on Mars and some of the other places that Dean Omicron talked about. And guess what? Mars and the Moon, if they're going to be there for 6 months, they're going to need food to eat as well. And so space agriculture is also a space in which we are looking at very University. So not only producing food in hostile environments on this Earth, but also on planets outside the Moon, Mars.
And things are always everything, because I can tell you, I've been working very closely with agriculture, and some of the things, and back at the zoos, I find out later, faculty will come and tell us, but some of the other things that they're looking at is developing robots for picking berries like strawberries and plants and things of that nature. These are all AI robots, as well as climate change, and looking at some impact on crops and so forth. So we are combined and working together in this space.
Thank you. That's great. Those are all great things to hear. But let's talk about how alumni can get involved. And one of those is really about the value of our degree, the affordability of going to temporary care. So studies have kind of shown that college affordability continues to remain a challenge for students, especially first generation, low income students of color, and for comparatively Black and brown students, right? So while we talk about all the wonderful programs and degrees and activities and research that your colleges are engaged in, if students can't afford to be afforded, then they don't get to benefit. And we in this audience already know the benefit of having attended the institution and the value of our degree. So how can alumni best support your efforts, and how can you best support the students in your colleges in terms of affordability? How can we address some of the challenges that you may be facing?
I'll be glad to address this first. So, alumni already partner with us in very relevant and impactful ways. The Ag alumni in particular, whether it's Wesley and the Collins family, Collins graduated from Collins Business as a rancher. We take our students to the ranch outside Houston once or twice twice a year, the Newhouse family, Newhouse, the Olympic winner, also alum, takes students from his branch. And so alumni are a very important aspect of what we do in college. And rightfully so. Anytime I have a student who encounters financial difficulty for emergency loans and so on, first person I connect them with is PWS, the president of the Alumni Association. So he interviews them, wants to make sure that, in fact, if the need is real, because we all know, sometimes people come up with stories and what have you. And so they ultimately work with the student, help them out. I cannot tell you how many students he's helped out through his alumni network, including the National Alumni Association. But at the end of the day, President LeGrand talked about this. Ag is in a very fortunate situation that we get federal applications every year. Us, other 18, 19 historically black land-grant universities get generous support called capacity funding from the federal government. In addition, we are supposed to get the state match 1-for-1. And this past year, the very first time, thanks to Senator West and other president of the legislature and our alumni networks, we were able to get 400% state match. We expect that to continue. In addition, the USDA very generously provides all of these 1890s with scholarship funding. And that funding amounts to $1.5 million every year. And once this farm bill is passed, we hope that will become permanent. But we are in a very good position of having scholarship money for most, if not all, of the students who qualify. And so the problem is all of this funding is restricted. So when a student comes to me wanting to go to the Bahamas, as they did last year, one of our faculty members took students who studied abroad to the Bahamas, to your country, to Costa Rica, Ghana, other parts of the country, invariably they come to college asking for money because they cannot afford to study abroad. So we try and partner with them, with other units, to provide them some seed funding to make this vision of theirs come true. So for this purpose, we need unrestricted funding. Think about the applications for vet school that I talked about a while ago. What about an internship? Let's say they get an internship with the state legislature in Austin. Austin is a horrendously expensive city to live in. So they're going to need some money out of the if nothing else, go travel to Austin from Houston once or twice a week to be there face-to-face kind of meetings. So these are the kinds of unrestricted funding that we would need from alumni. In addition to that, we would love for alumni to connect us more with our industry partners. We've got the Cargills, we've got a partnership with them, but that is so limited. It's like they're looking to us to connect our students with jobs and so on. They can be so much more impactful in terms of a partnership with Cargill. Because some of the things that we're doing on our campus, folks, is phenomenal. And I've heard a couple of video clips that I don't know whether I have an opportunity to show them. One is an overview of the campus. And the campus is phenomenal. The ag facilities and the 800-acre farm right on campus is truly something to be seen, to be known. So I take this opportunity to invite you, if you've not been to campus recently, to come and visit. I'll give you a VIP tour of the ag facilities. But basically, the idea is we have all this, but we want to make sure that students are set up for success. So in cases where scholarship money does not provide them, where the study abroad experience with money to buy some textbooks and so on, that's how alumni can help us. Once the students finish up with their degrees, to connect them with industry partners so that they can get started on career success.
And the following engineering one is extremely important, but we do have ways of making money. We increased our research funding from about $5 million per year in 2017 to $20 million per year. So money is an issue. We do want scholarships, but what and let them be online. Oversight tours, those of you who are still in the industry, working, invite our students to see your facilities and things that they do in their careers. Volunteering skills or soft skills are very, very important. And if you are extremely talented in that space. We also have a distinguished lecture series, and we would love for you to talk to Mark or Phyllis and recommend some of the distinguished alum the past year in that space, and we'd like to be even more so successful. And then, like Dr. D'Souza said, discretionary funds. Many people say, I want you to produce discretionary funds. We use those for students who come to us, issues, ensure that they can go to conferences, just take them to small and ensure that they have books, so many little things that we do. So we really do need you to truly donate to those unrestricted funds where we can really put the money where it needs to be. Tutoring programs, undergraduate research programs. We've hired 12 alum in our college of engineering. 12 alum are currently working. We are looking forward to hiring more professors of practice. As Ms. Barnes said, having your expertise in the classroom, the hands-on experiences work. PhDs are great, but we really need these hands-on experiences that you all can bring with your corporate or your own experiences. That's it. Thank you.
I'll sum up what my colleague said. President Green mentioned it earlier. Discretionary income. Your time, your talent, and your treasure. You have access and influence that we don't necessarily have on campus. Anytime that you invite us in, our students in, that is an opportunity for our students. That is an opportunity for Prairie View. We always talk about it being the best kept secret. There's no reason for us to be a secret. All of those things do come with a cost. We talk about the richness of experience on our campus. If we take a student from Prairie View, Houston, for a campus site visit, we understand the value of that, and that we have an alum that's a partner with KPMG. We took a group of students their freshman year to KPMG. They get out of the elevator, you see the city skyline, and the student says, I didn't know that Black people did this. That is a powerful experience. It changes that student's trajectory. What you don't see on the back end is that the alum invited us in, that the university paid for that bus to go from Houston to Prairie View, and it's not the yellow bus. You know, those students on their way there, on their way back. There are some opportunities that we have. Yes, we're going to South Africa. Yes, we've been to Malaysia. Yes, we have been to China. Yes, we go everywhere. But sometimes those experiences that are just at the edge are the things that will make or break a student's career while they're in college. So now they know about your organization. They've seen it. They see people who look like them. That's discretionary income. That does not come from their tuition and fees. When we talk about your talent, we've had a mentoring program in the College of Business for more than 10 years. We have about 100 active alums who are trained. This is an online platform. We match them with the students, and we go on and have engagement opportunities throughout the year. It doesn't cost alumni anything that other than their time. That is valuable to them in ways that I don't know that we can articulate here. One student that went to work for this company, he was in the mentoring program. I said, well, how did you work for this company? He said, well, I reached out to one of the alums on the mentoring network, and he told me I needed to take these 2 classes. And I wouldn't have taken them if it weren't for his input. Did you go work for this person's company? No, I was working for somebody else. But I got the resources that I needed to be successful in my own career after graduation, and that's why I come back here and recruit on behalf of my company, because they want to know what did I do to get you here? Are there more like you? So that experience is invaluable. The discretionary needs of our students are vast. And they usually go to the needs. Say, I need this because they think the needs are all powerful. Reach in our pockets. Give them $500 because they don't have enough to do this. It breaks my heart to have a student have an internship experience and they can't even afford to get to the internship.
Yes.
So it's not, and I'm just gonna be honest, you all are a large group. You're thinking, oh, you gotta do thousands and thousands. If all we got together and gave $25 a month, the alums in our college alone, you think about 3,000, 4,000 alumni who committed to $100, $8.33 a month that you didn't even miss because it's less than your Netflix subscription. Multiply that 4,000 times 100. What could the college do with that? So think about that. That you spend the money that you give, and don't get me wrong, she's coming for $4,000. Right, that's true. That's true. But in terms of the impact, access, your time, those resources are so critical in terms of alumni engagement. So, okay.
Thank you. So I think we are just about out of time. So while we wrap this up, I want to make certain that I give our panelists the last word on this. So could you please share with us your vision for the college, possibly for the next 5 to 10 years? And after we get that, we'll wrap this session up. But I want to say thank you so very much to these phenomenal leaders. As you can see, Fairview is in great hands. And so thank you, Ms. Gordon, Dr. Obiyama, and Dr. D'Souza. You all are just amazing. And when we say excellence lives there, excellence lives there. You all the last one. Ms. Gordon?
So in the College of Business, to mimic what the president said earlier, we are looking at our student retention. That's critical. Student retention, student graduation rates. All of the colleges now, I believe, have a summer bridge program that seems to have given our students a leg up on the competition or their peers that started in fall. So we've already started a group of students or a group of freshmen on campus already. They will go into the fall with some skills and tools that the students that come in the fall for whatever reason will take advantage of. That has been a key retention and graduation thing for us. So we're looking to increase our graduation rates. We're also looking at creating more opportunities after graduation to increase our job placement rate. That's also something that's critical for us. That's where we're going with our strategic plan, which we're going to be revising in the fall. We're at the end of our 5-year strategic plan for 2025, and we've either met or exceeded the goals that we had there. Probably the biggest thing, in addition to retention, job placement rate, graduation rate, for us is more engagement in our communities. We think there are a lot of resources that we're not tapping into. Making sure that our students have every opportunity that's available to them has been something that is also critical as we look at our strategic plan, and attracting a more robust faculty. We have some outstanding faculty, but we've been in a hiring freeze at the university for a while, and so we're trying to add more lines. We're the second largest college by enrollment, and our faculty have not been able to keep up as we grow. So strategically, we're also looking to hire more faculty and staff so that we can keep up and have our student experience be an exceptional one.
So in all engineering, we want to align with the university. more research intensive. As you heard me speak, we have really become more research intensive. There's a price for that. And so we want to be able to balance teaching, because we are still a nation, and we do need students with low income, first gen, and all students are not seeking to be in this research intensive environment. So we want to make sure we balance that as we move forward. We also want to make sure we go out and move. We're developing more pipelines, inviting educators of high school counselors to our facilities, having them in our house, having more high school days, and also getting our faculty engaged in the local high schools in that area. We're also looking at developing more multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary activities. The College of Engineering is on the strongest university. So we're also looking to engage more with the College of Business, perhaps with their entrepreneur program, already part of their school in terms of leadership. We want to work more closely with agriculture, utilizing criminal justice. So we really want to expand and develop more interdisciplinary activities. And last but not least, we are looking to engage with our law, because you are the backbone. You are the backbone of our backbones of our colleges, and you do make a difference.
Well said, colleagues. So I'm going to share my vision here a little bit, but I'm going to preface it with a few background remarks. And that is to begin the same place that I started, which is food is health, food is medicine. And at no time has it been more true than it is now. And so when we look at hurricane go through Texas, go through Houston, and that is who suffered the most. Many of us sitting around this table didn't have electricity. But in the underserved communities, think about going day after day after day without electricity, with food getting spoiled, with limited access to resources and whatnot. So in my college, not only do we have to serve the needs of students on campus, but also these 5 million residents across the state. Now, we don't have bandwidth to serve 5 million. We are able to serve roughly 1 million residents through our extension program, but we can and do plan to do a lot more to address the needs of our underserved residents. So the other thing I want to mention is that from my perspective, our peers, as far as us being a land grant university, include the 19, 18, 19 universities that are historically Black land grant universities. So we are roughly, at Prairie View, Carlsbad, roughly the top 10 among these 19 institutions. I would like for us to be in the top 3. Earlier this morning, we talked about North Carolina A&T, and FAMU, and of course, Tuskegee in that mix, they're one of the 1890s. So these are among the top 1890 institutions. So I would pray we call it back to be in that company, to go from the top 10 to the top 3 historically Black. So my vision is as follows. From a student perspective, to graduate students who have a well-rounded college experience in the classroom, experiential learning on the farm, in our labs, in our communities, and to be career ready, to be problem solvers. From the perspective of our research enterprise, my vision is for our considerable research scientists with expertise in food, energy, water, climate security, to solve problems that are important and relevant to society. And from an extension perspective, for us to be able to offer the kinds of programs that are relevant and impactful to youth, adults, the elderly, and the communities that we serve, including farmers, small businesses, veterans, and much more. So in a nutshell, to be that institution of the first class that was talked about earlier this morning. And once again, I want to thank the alumni for your engagement with us. We'd love to continue to engage in a two-way partnership. And thank you so much, Dr. Lester. Appreciate you being such a great moderator.
And personally for asking me to serve as a facilitator. I've enjoyed sharing the stage with you all this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of the conference, and I'm certainly thanking you around for if you want to engage and ask some additional questions, please reach out to them. Because again, a wonderful leaders and just exciting about the future. Thank you all.
You been there?
Dr. Gerard Sousa and Ms. Kim New York. Okay, we get ready for our next session, which is going to be dealing with alumni activism. So right now, you want to do a little stretching while they prepare. That session will be led by moderator Fred Jackson, who's the Vice President for International Affairs, World Conference of Mayors. 2 minutes as they prepare to and then write some. Thank you very much. 2 minutes.